Hello, Lisa Jane here. Welcome to my kitchen. I love this place because this is the area that everyone always hangs out in. Have you noticed when your visitors come, they don't go into the lounge room and sit down and flick on the TV and go, oh, what's happening on TV? They don't go into your bedroom and lie on your fluffy pillows and relax and say, oh, you've got such a great bed. What they do is they walk straight to your kitchen and they want to know what is in your fridge, what is in your pantry, what is on your stove, or they may even bring something with them and say, crack this open and let's have a glass. The kitchen is the main place, it's like the heart of the house. And when I'm in my kitchen, I'm in my element. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful smoothie that helps to pacify all the doshas. So if you already have done my Dunk the Funk program or Make It and Break It, you would have learned what your dominant dosha is, either being Kapha, Pitta or Vata. Now each dosha holds two elements and they can either be earth, water, fire or air, and ether. There's a fifth one. So in foods, right, there's also elements. So for example, the apple is best eaten during the Kapha and Pitta seasons. They are earth, water and fire, but the air actually is in the apple, so an ether. So it's really important to be eating more air and ether element foods in that time frame to keep you balanced. So it wouldn't be recommended to eat raw apples during Vata, which is air and ether, because you're going to be adding too many of the same elements, and that's when conditions, illnesses and disease can form on the body, mentally, physically, emotionally. So having cooked apples during that Vata season, or if you are Vata, is much more preferred when it comes to Ayurveda. But today, for me, I'm in Melbourne. I'm transitioning from Kapha to Pitta. Naturally, I go with the season. I am a Pitta dominant, but I have a bit of Kapha in me because I'm coming out of that season and into Pitta. So I have a lot of earth, water and fire elements. So I need to balance myself out with an apple. So I'm going to be making a smoothie that is also going to be combined with lime and the zest of the lime. And I'm adding cardamom and ginger. What I've done is I've grounded it. So it's in there. I can't show you. And I'm going to add some water to it. I'm not going to juice the apple today like I normally do. I'm going to show you a different way because I've had a lot of members come to me saying they don't have a juicer, they only have a blender or they have a Nutri-Bullet. So I'm going to show you a way that we can just chop it all up and put it in a blender, add water, and you'll get a beautiful smoothie. You can have it for breakfast, lunch and dinner if you are doing a juice fast. This is going to make up just one serving. So I would highly recommend you having more than just a serving when it comes to doing a juice fast. You also want to make sure that you're drinking enough water to replenish you. So speaking of water, I actually spoke to Harry Armitage, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's spelled Armitage, T-A-G-E. Spoke to him this morning. We are going to be doing a podcast of the importance of water, one of my pillars when it comes to self-care. I'm really excited to bring him on. We have a lot in common. He works with children, works with bright children that need a little bit more help when it comes to their emotions. And it really rings true to me because my little girl, little miss, is 8 and she should be in grade 2, yet she's in grade 3. She's very bright. She has a high IQ, but her emotional level is at her age. So when she's with older kids, she probably can be seen as a little bit immature when it comes to her emotional intelligence because she's very sensitive and still learning and adapting with the world. However, she's very switched on and very cluey. A lot of people say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. All right, I'll take that as a compliment. When speaking to Harry, it just made so much sense that there's not enough practitioners or centers out there for these kind of children, because these children aren't on the spectrum. They could be indigo children, is from what some people have said, just really highly intelligent. And they're just slowly learning how to live in this world. And they need the environment to be able to support and encourage them, to nurture them, to nourish them. So definitely my little girl came into my life for a reason, and I came into her life because I'm able to support her and nourish her and help her to grow into the woman that she's going to become. I'm an empathetic person, so I can be firm, but I'm also fair. I see myself as that kind of parent. So definitely with children like that, people like Harry can help in the wellness industry. So after we had this discussion, we got talking about water, because water is so important for your overall self-care. Out of the 7 pillars that I talk about, water is one of them. And that's why I'm going to be adding water into my juice today. So let me add this all up, zip it up, and I'll come back with the final product. Ta-da! Look at that. There you go. There's my juice, my smoothie. So let's just pour it now straight into a mason jar. Okay, beautiful. That's how much you get. I am going to actually make another one. So I'm going to make 2 lots, so it makes about that much. You could make 3, depending, again, how much you want to be eating, because that's what we're going to be doing. We need to eat our liquids and drink our solids. Does that make sense? Yeah, right? So liquid, we want to be eating our liquid in the sense of the body digesting, make it easier for the body to digest it. And we want to be drinking our solids. So we want to masticate our solids so much that it becomes our liquid. That way we digest it a lot better. We want to not put so much work on the body. Don't stress the body out. Make it easy for the body. That way you can prevent illness, diseases, and conditions. You can also help the body during stressful times. Like, for example, I was really unwell last week and I got better, but then I couldn't get rid of this little cough. So I feel that I've gone through that cycle of catching a flu, let's say, because I didn't eat food that accommodated for my dosha, and it built too much kapha and pitta in my system, and I started to feel really unwell. My body was purging it out, so I decided to do a water fast, with a coconut water fast as well, for 2 days, and then I was right as rain. However, there's a bit of a lagging effect because I've now got this little cough, which I haven't coughed now, so I must be getting much better because I'm in my element. Love this kitchen. So there you have it. I'm going to now take a sip and let you know exactly. I haven't had this one particularly before. I've made all different other types, but this one I designed a fresh new recipe for you. And so this is going to be a true reaction of how I feel about this apple smoothie. Okay. Oh yeah, that's all right. For people that have a blender, yes, that's, it's passable. But for me personally, I would prefer to juice it up in my juicer so that the apple isn't so much crunchy in my mouth. Well, the flavor, perfect. So remember what that is again. We've got raw apple, cardamom, ginger, lime zest, and water. And I'll put all the details in this YouTube video. I'll also be linking it up to Facebook so that you can follow me there. Yummy Mummy Podcast. Mwah. Stay delicious.